Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, gonna be a Patreon cast between Maru and Reynor from TSL 9. You know it's TSL because it's not red versus blue. Top right, gonna be Maru. Top left, gonna be Reynor. Woof! Okay, so two top StarCraft 2 players. Maru is the best Terran in the world right now. Reynor is part of the group of 4 of the top Zerg players. So yeah, this is Stargazers. So weird map. It's a fun map. I think it's new to TSL, and I kind of feel like it's a hard map for a Zerg to win because there are only so many places you can expand, and this right here is what determines a long macro game, whether the Zerg can win or lose. If the Zerg has this, they can win, but it's not guaranteed. If he doesn't have it and nobody has it, it's going to be hard to win versus the Terran player or the Protoss player. And if the Protoss or Terran player has it, blah, you are going to lose for sure. So let's keep an eye on that, shall we? This is Command Center first. Oh, Maru, you are so daring. This is super hard to punish if you are a Zerg player. If you blindly 12 pool, you can punish it. But if you 16 hatch, as most Zergs do these days, then hey, Command Center first. Easy breezy, beautiful macro. Alright, well, Reynor has an uphill battle already because Command Center first gives Terrans a unique advantage in that you can call 2 mules down earlier than you could otherwise. And in a game like this, where the skill is so darn close, that is excellent. Alright, so Reynor's just doing a 16, 18, 17 build. Third hatch coming in the next 30 seconds or so. No Reapers, just, you know, a factory. So it's a 1-1-1 build so far. A command center, a barracks, and then 1 factory. Orbital command being upgraded in the main base. Double gas. Checking for overlords. Is this Marine? But Reynor is too smart for that. There's the third base timing here at about 2:30. And Queen Inject. Bachow. Queen Creep Tumor. First Zerg I saw do this was Cyril, because creep spread is valued by him more than this first Inject. Do you think they did some math? Do you think they did math to show the impact of that? And what do we got over here? Starport. Oh, 1111. Neat stuff. Bam. Command center, barracks, factory, starport on the front here. Wow. Fun build. I kind of like it. And I mean, you die to like a Ling Flood here pretty heavily because you're going for that really fast starport, and 2 Hellions are not going to save you. But you know what? Reynor's not doing that. And Maru is betting that he wasn't, and he won. So third base coming, creep spread happening. Queen's out. Pretty standard stuff here. As I said, this is a Patreon cast. For those of you who support me on patreon.com/Falcon Paladin. So if you're watching this like the week of September 15th or so, thank you so much for being a patron of mine for at least $1 a month. That's all it takes to see these things a month before anybody else. And I really do appreciate it. I love you. I feel your love. Every time I get a new patron, every time I'm reminded of how many of you there are. So just mwah. Lots of love from the United States and from Utah in particular. And if you're watching this in like October of 2022, hit the like button, hit the subscribe. I'm here 5 times a week with StarCraft 2 content. Sometimes even more than that. Come on! Who needs... These are yellow Hellions, man. Who needs more than 5 or 6 times a week of StarCraft content? Maybe you do. But not many. Oh, beautiful drone block there. He's like, no. You're holding still so the queens can kill you. And there we go. So, I don't know. 5 drones down for 4 Hellions. Not quite what we're looking for as this Overlord gets sniped by Viking. Right? Not quite what we're looking for here. If you're going YOLO 4 Hellions, you want to get closer to maybe 9 or 10 workers. 5 is just not really worth it. And look, Reynor's already rebuilt those. He's up 45 to 41 workers on 3 bases. He's doing fine, thanks. He still hasn't taken this super secret safe base up this way. Are you? No, okay. That was an SCV coming to go here. I'm like, dang, Maru, your macro's through the roof. Well, third base is coming up in the wall. Anyway, what's interesting is his third base is later than it sometimes is for him normally. Because, oh, Fusion Core, because he's going Battlecruiser. Ah, the Overlord scouts this. Oh, let's check. He did see the Fusion Core. Look, he's got it. So this gets scouted. There's no way. There's no way this is going to work. Your first Battlecruiser is going to do nothing. Unless this is Maru going for his kind of patented Battlecruiser mech style that only he can really pull off, but he can pull it off. Took a game off Serral earlier this year. So, I mean, take it seriously. I know, like, if he goes mech, some of you are going to be like, what? Who mechs? That's not good. Rough comes into chat. Mech is bad. I don't know, man. Maru can make it work, dude. He incorporates Battlecruisers into it. It's this weird... all the things mech. You got Hellions and Hellbats and tanks and Thors and Battlecruisers and Liberators. And it's like all the mechanical units. It's like anything but Marines and Marauders. And I guess maybe Widow Mines? Oh, look at that. Third base landing beautifully. Aha, he is expanding up to the safe location. Interestingly enough, not mining these minerals, just building off-center. So look, Reynor's been left alone, right? Reynor has taken absolutely a tiny bit of damage. There was that one little Hellion hit. Right? They killed 5 drones, but this is Reynor right now. He's fine. He's winning the income fight. I mean, right now, not over the last 5 minutes. That's been more Maru than anything else. Because again, you got the mules, baby. Got them mules. Okay, when is he going to mine these out? That's what I want to know. There's a bit of Hellion pressure up here. He just uses this SCV to mine it. Okay, so it's like 10 each, right? Yeah, 10 each, pretty quick. Battlecruisers cruise in, and like I said, he saw them coming, Reynor did, so nope. No, absolutely not. And Maru agrees. Maru's like, well, sure. One thing you probably could do if you're Maru is just fly through this mineral field, target fire the drones instead of attacking queens. And then, there's not a lot of dead space here, though. And then warp out, but you're taking a lot of queen hits the whole time, so... yeah, maybe not. Maybe don't do that one. Reynor expanding bottom left here. And we're keeping an eye. We're walking to this 6 o'clock, aren't we? Yamato's on the way because Maru is committing to Battlecruisers here. Obviously, he's got 2 out at 7 minutes. Killing creep tumors. Reynor's replacing those about as quickly as he loses them. Hellion's sneaking up this bottom side. Ooh, oh, right into some roaches. And there are corruptors on the way here. So, I mean, I would have gone for a Spire faster than Reynor did, but I wouldn't have had as many queens out as he did either. So he recognizes, okay, look, queens are great for like 2 BCs. Once you get more than 2, you're really going to start busting out the corruptors. That's exactly what Reynor has done here. He's got queens out. He's got creep spread looking fantastic. Where's he hiding his corruptors? Here they are, flying down into this area. So corruptors working on +1 flyer attack, also getting missile attack here. It seems to be like a roach queen corruptor style of a thing here that Reynor's going for. I don't know, little bits of harassment here, just not slowing Reynor down all that much. I'm really shocked Reynor hasn't taken this or this yet. I guess it's vulnerable to Battlecruisers wandering in and then wandering out, which is annoying, but you'd think he could do it. Hellions, creep tumor dead. Ha 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 ha. Trying to throw down at Evo. No! So is this another group of YOLO Hellions? It is. Gonna 6. Ooh, 9. We're talking about 9 and just kind of running through a roach gauntlet. Okay, so 9 drones dead. I don't know why he didn't jump into this mineral line. I guess there's a queen there, but still. Whatever, it's cool. Corruptors cruising across the map. Look, the Battlecruisers won't come to us. Let's see if we can maybe caustic spray something. Maybe pee on some buildings. And here he comes. So your production is going to get peed on, and he's going for the factories. Is this starport getting hit? Yes. But the factories are the primary targets, and the Battlecruiser's like, hey! Get off our lawn. Ooh, Battlecruiser goes down, and another Battlecruiser gonna die. No, Battlecruiser down. Huge, but this one's getting repaired like a madman. So they get the Viking on the way out too. Hot stuff from Reynor there for sure. Corruptors, more corruptors show up. They're like, hey, we can do this. And then there's Cyclones, and he's like, ah, crap. Missile turret Cyclones. Yamato from off screen. Corruptors are like, dang it. That's why we were trying to kill those factories. It's because Cyclones are so good. Très bien la Cyclone. think that's how you say cyclone in French. Which is what they say for hurricane. They're cyclones. They're not hurricanes. English is weird that way. Motto, papa! Take that, two corruptors who are running away, minding their own business. That's not true. They wanted to kill. So this is, all right, we're going to bring Queens up for transfuse purposes. The tank count is out from Maru. Pretty rough stuff indeed. Did I mention tanks? Oh, did he miss with those corrosive vials? Oh no, that hurts. Okay, so Reynor's taking this low ground base outside of his main. Keep thinking this is something, but it's just like purple. And it's just dark purple, so it looks like Zergy stuff. It's not. Hellbats are here to make Lings worse than they would be otherwise, because Zerglings would be kind of awesome in the situation where it's just like tanks. Honestly, if they had upgrades and stuff especially, but Hellbats really take the power out of those Lings that way. You have to bring some Banelings along, and that's taking gas away from your Roaches and your Ravagers here. Yeah, I mean, Reynor really doesn't want Maru to get up to his full-on mech, does he? Corrosive Vial does target that tank correctly, and the tank has fallen. Planetary coming up for Maru. I mean, that is a 1, 2, 3. It's a 5th base for him. Corrosive Vial really trying to take down this Planetary, but the battle cruisers just, you know, casually getting shots off. Cyclones trying to kill. Caustic Spray and Ravager working together does get the Planetary. Okay, so was that worth it? I don't know. It's 10,000 resources lost for Reynor and 5,000 for Maru. So you tell me. I don't know if it's working out. But he is taking the 6 o'clock. Okay, so Reynor, because you're going to be in this situation on the resources lost tab for most of this game, because mech is really cost efficient, especially, you know, if Maru does it. Oh, and he's making ghosts too, of course. Ghosts. Oh, those are biological, though, so it's not purely mech. It's dudes as well, but they're ghosts. Those are the dudes. They're not Marines or Marauders. So they don't take bonus damage from Banelings. Ghosts don't. They're in this weird spot. Really good against most everything Zerg can do except for Lings and Banes. Another attack coming in, trying to corrosive vial down these tanks. Repairs not really happening there. 2 tanks go down. Cyclones are just like, whip, whip, whip. Yep, yep, yep. Few more SCVs go down. So Maru's on the back foot. This is how we've seen a lot of his battle mech strategies go, is that he's kind of defending a lot. The Zerg player is trying to make sure he doesn't get up to maxed out, trying to make sure that, you know, he doesn't get 6 bases. Maybe keep him to 4, maybe keep him to 5. So he's at 5 now. I'm really shocked Maru hasn't tried to go down here, just sneak a base down there, but Maru's attention, well, Reynor's attention rather, seems to be very much up on this side of the map. Up at this top side, to be in particular. Battle cruisers out of position for this attack. They're sneaking south. I think they have some plans. They do. Corruptors maybe can go hunt them down. And without the battle cruisers here, the Ravagers do better. They do better against the Cyclones. I mean, no Roaches in this. Oh, there's a Roach. There's a couple Roaches in this group. They're just not good. They take bonus damage from the tanks. They have terrible range to deal with the Cyclones. Ah! Battle cruisers got onto the 6th. No! Reynor had that for like a minute and a half. And it's gone now. And the Corruptors are like, we can stop you. And the battle cruisers are like, can you though? Holy Amato barrage. Or barrage, depending on what language you're speaking. Alright, so nothing but Corruptors and Roaches and Ravagers in production here. Snipe. Snippety snipe 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 here for Maru. Maru ghosts are better than regular ghosts. Any other Terran player who tries to use ghosts is going to have a bad time. Maru's going to have a great time. Well, not a bad time, but not as good a time as Maru does. These battle cruisers are not jumping home. Oh, maybe they are now. Okay. Alright, so they jump out of there. Handful of Lings in the mix. Corrosive Vial take down another tank. So you feel like you've been chipping away at the Terran, right? 8 tanks have died. 3 battle cruisers have gone down. A lot of SCVs, well, 7. You've killed a Planetary. But at the end of the day, you've lost more stuff. 21,000 resources lost to 10,000. Reynor's losing a ton. He needs the extra income of this secret base and the 6 o'clock. I don't know why he hasn't taken this one yet. Sensor tower, no. Corrosive Vials are good at denying buildings because buildings can't move. They can't dodge. I do feel like one thing I'd like to see, not that Zerg need any help, but Corrosive Vials just landing a little more quickly. Like, you could still see the dot. You can still hear it. Like, it's not, you're not getting caught entirely by surprise here, but just just the amount of time we give enemies to dodge out of corrosive biles, like, I can do it, okay? That's how long it is. So for the pros, it's like Fisher-Price level. Oh, 4 Ravagers down to snipes right there. It's like Fisher-Price, my first micro trainer is corrosive bile dodging. It's ridiculous. Like, there's never been a tutorial on that because you don't need it. Oh, wow, this base is going to die. Corruptors try to flank around. No, too late to save it there. And guess who's got more Yamatos now? These Corruptors are just not doing it. Wow, Maru. He's taking advantage of the short rush distance because mech is slow. He's taking advantage of that short just hop across the map from low ground base to low ground base and taking down a hatch. Some drones didn't quite get sent home and they die. Oh, nice. Nice fungal there. Biles connecting on some of the ghosts as well. Nice connection on a couple of the battle cruisers there too. Okay, so look. It is kind of hard to dodge corrosive biles when they're constantly coming at you and there's a million other things happening. Okay, fine. So maybe they don't need a nerf or a buff. I guess it's a buff to corrosive biles. If they're faster, right? Right. Anyway, dude, Reynor doesn't have this. He doesn't have the low ground. And he has retaken the 6 o'clock, so I don't know. I can't do the math on this thing. But income tab is largely favoring Maru over the last 5 minutes. Before that, it was kind of Reynor. I don't know, man. Corrosive biles on SCVs. There you go. Maru, okay, these players have taken a while to expand to places I feel like they should have expanded a while ago. So bottom right, finally Maru's going to send a command center down here, but there are Corruptors ready to shut that thing down on a moment's notice. But also, here comes Maru down to maybe escort the thing. No, he leaves. Because he sees this army coming. He's like, I need... Oh, Infestor's out. I mean, by that I mean Infestor dead. Yeah, we've seen the fungals. So obviously, they're here. Man, ship weapons, ground weapons. Reynor just absolutely acquiesces. Says, you can have the 6th. It's fine. Or the 6 o'clock base. It's not a 6th base. It's a 6 o'clock base, though. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a 6th base, though. 6th and 6 o'clock. It'd be 7th if this existed, and it does now. Reynor finally decides at 17 minutes that what he needs in life is this little pocket expand. Cool. Oh, clearing this creep makes it so much harder for Reynor to re-expand at the 6 o'clock if he needs to. Corrosive biles, take it on a tank. They like, if you're going to corrosive bile something that Terran has, tanks are a juicy, beautiful target. I'm good at corrosive biling tanks. Anti-armor missile. Oh, splits it off there. Nice. Good split. But Maru's kind of parked down here. This is not looking good for the Zerg. Yamato! Taking out some Corruptors again who are just fleeing the battlefield. What are the rules of war? If an enemy soldier is fleeing back to you, can you shoot him in the back? I mean, really, the rules of war are only enforced by the team that wins, right? So are there really any rules? Oh, fungal bile, fungal bile, fungal bile. No! Yo! That killed a bunch of PCs. I think that's 5. Did 5 just die there? Snipety, snipe, snipe, snipe. Says Maru in response. More corrosive biles hitting. I know most of you watching this know this. Oh my gosh. The Thor's putting in damage. Corrosive biles getting dodged fairly well. That battlecruiser jumps out with like 1 HP. That one doesn't jump out and dies. It is a scrap dash. Oh, Thor goes down to like a handful of lings. And there's nothing left for the Zerg to save this. It's 2 Thors remaining down here. So yeah, most of you know this, but Fungal used to root back before Ravagers existed, and then they gave Zerg Ravagers. And the Ravager Bile combo was too good. Fungal Bile was just like, You lock it in place, and you corrosive bile it, and then everything dies, and there's no hope to dodge it or get out of the way at all. It was brutal. Speaking of brutal, Reynor doesn't have bottom left and doesn't have the 6 o'clock and is down 167 to 158 supply. And these tanks are probably all dead. At least the ones that stopped running. And these Hellbats are not good, but what's good are the Ghosts, who remain good against everything Zerg has, unless it's Ling and Bane. If it was Mass Ghost, I feel like Ling Bane would defeat them cost-wise, but that's why it's never just Mass Ghost. It's Ghost, another Yamato, in conjunction with battle cruisers and tanks and Hellbats and things that dissuade Ling Bane from being a thing. But yeah, Maru pretty happy to sit here, honestly. As long as the 6 o'clock doesn't belong. Oh, well, he's going to take it. As long as Reynor doesn't have it, just fleeing roaches. And this siege tank casually sniping drones that are just trying to go to work. And he pays for that with his life. Oh, we're up to 12 o'clock again. I mean, whatever. Top lane. Great fungal, catching half of those ghosts, but an EMP in return. Okay, so the infestors are taken out of the battle here. You know, like, fungal is good, but the effects of fungal are removed a lot faster than the effects of EMP, right? Oh, battle cruisers up at the secret base of Reynor. This is what Reynor was worrying about, and the low ground hatch is gone. And he's trying to caustic spray. Yes, he gets Maru's 6 o'clock attempt expansion by caustic spray peeing on it, which is awesome. But he lost a hatch in the process. Oh, 2 hatches. 2 hatches in the process. We're down to 6 hatcheries killed. I joke about this a lot, but it really feels like Terrans win more TVZs when they kill... when they kill 10 hatcheries. Don't ya know? It seems legit. Dude, Maru retaking that 6 o'clock. Army value is 118 to 92 in favor of Maru. Zerg is way oversaturating his base because his other new sources of income are gone. The EMP! Oh, the snipes and the ghosts. My gosh, and the jump! The battle cruiser jump on top. The infestors all die. Maru gets the win. And Reynor taps out in 21 minutes and 21 seconds. Oh. Oh, Maru, you are a beast. Just an absolutely terrifying player. Look at these ghosts. They show up and the Zerg's like, run. It's always run. It's never like, we can handle these guys. Because if you try to EMP them or try to fungal them, they will EMP your face. And then that means your infestors are out until they regen that energy, which is forever. So again, ghosts aren't overpowered, but in the hands of Maru, they certainly look like it. That's the moral of the ZVTs that Maru plays, man. And like I said, Reynor doesn't have the 6 o'clock, so he loses. That's it. It's kind of a simple game sometimes. He didn't have the income for it. Look at this income. Look how much yellow there is compared to the purple Zerg over the last, 7-minute mark, 8-minute mark right here. And it's like dipping purple, and then Maru all the way across. Resources lost here are 48,000 to 28,000. Holy crap. 80 drones died, 7 hatcheries died. It wasn't 10, but it was close enough. 51 corruptors, 78 roaches, and 56 ravagers went down. That was what he was making. So much death. So much death. 4th ores, 11 battle cruisers, 9 ghosts. 9 ghosts went down. And there are 19 left. He babysits those ghosts. The medevacs help a lot with the babysitting. But man, so good. Maru, just play like Maru. All you Terrans out there. What was his APM today? It was only 432. He wasn't playing super fast at all. His wrists are probably fine. Considering Reynor's is a 582. Wow, what a match. This is what Maru can do, though. He's like the great Terran Hope. He just does things no one else can pull off. He's a wizard and a magician that way. I like it. I like him a lot. I loved the defense. Like, he defends, loses the space once, no big deal, replaces it. And then has the time to breathe, so he just walks across these bridges, bam, wipes out this base. He loses most of the army, but it's okay. He can replace them. He's got a ton of economy for that. And then again, casually flying the battle cruisers along the southern side of the map, because corruptors on their own can't handle this. Never once did we see the corruptors win a battle against the BCs, because if you do, they just jump out. Like, that's the trick of the battle cruiser, is if you control them well and recognize when you can win a fight versus when you have to run, you're going to get a ton of mileage out of them. So, well done. Super, super well done there. And our guy Maru gets that win. GG. That was a good Patreon cast. I try to make them good ones. This was a really good one. So, fantastic. That's going to be it from me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw, what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.